Angola up against Swaziland in the 2018 COSAFA Under-17 Championship being played in Mauritius. Angola playing with red shirts, black shorts and red socks for the Angolans, while Swaziland on the other hand, blue and yellow on their shirts and blue and yellow on their shorts, as well as blue and yellow on the socks respectively. Effectively is a white, all white for the Swaziland for today. The dominating color being the white color and a bit of blue in their colors as well. So for this encounter it will be a bit of, it's a main white and then a yellow and bit of blue as well for them. Respectively, the two nations missing in the last two tournaments. As far as the COSAFA is concerned, they are back this time around. Question is, how well will they do now? Let's have a look at the starting 11 for the Angolans first of all. They made a change in Angola for this encounter. Two changes to be precise. Mimo coming in as well as the other player that comes on for them today, Cisco, in a starting 11. The goal scorer there, Netinho. That is a jersey number 17. Looking to score once again, Francisco Jr. That is his full name. And also the captain there, Giovanni, even the goalkeeper, Giovanni Carvalho, will be looking to keep things tight at the back as far as the Angolans are concerned. Swaziland on the other hand, they've also made a change. Only one change been made. Kaile Tuzita is the one that gets in the starting 11. Young man from Klume in the starting 11 for the Swaziland, and the other players that have been relegated to the bench. In fact, it was that is a Tata Makwakwa was in the starting 11. The young man from Babane, he's now on the bench. You can see the two captains, Scott Dlamini, the captain of Swaziland on the right hand side, the picture alongside Gege of the Angolan. The man in charge, Ganesh Chuturi, man from Mauritius, Silas Goben, as well as they are assisted by Saeed Omar Chebli from Comoros Island. We have Ismail Chizinga from Malawi, as well as Fani Issa from Mauritius. As the Mayor's Commissioner for today, John Mtunzini for South Africa, is the overall general coordinator of this encounter. The two nations won the opening match. Now it is all to fight for. Swaziland in the 1984 edition, when they played their first game, it was against South Africa. They lost the game by 1-0. Fast forward to 2001, Swaziland as well has been a regular. They lost 2-0 in the semi-finals against South Africa to eventually finish between the top four of the tournament in 2001. And then if you look at their performance now, as they return here in 2018, they're being amongst the top four in two editions before they eventually missed out on the edition in 2016 and the edition now in 2017 respectively. Same as Angola. They were missing the last two editions of this tournament, the Angolans, as they make their return here this time around. So can they be able to book their place for the fourth time in the Africa Cup of Nations for the under-17s? Talking about Angola first of all, and Swaziland on the other hand, also be looking for their second appearance at the Continental Showpiece. The last time was in 2003 when they performed, and it is the only time they performed at the under-17 tournament. When they played in that particular tournament in 2003. They never made it out of the group stages. Going down 1-0 against Egypt, losing 2-0 to Sierra Leone. 6-0 they lost when they played against Guinea in their three matches of the opening in that particular tournament. So it is Angola against Swaziland. Question is, who will emerge victorious? Malawi awaits Swaziland after this game, while Angola will take on Zimbabwe. So the disappointment of the Zimbabwean coach at the end of their game, where they conceded 5 goals today. They've been conceded 3 against Swaziland in the opening game. So 8 goals conceded, 2 scored by them. And it means now they are staring at, once again, going home very early. That's a discussion for later. Now, ball played in short here for Swaziland. Near side of a field, Bandile Shabangu will be the key player yet again. Brace here in the first game will be looking for more goals. We'll love the innocence of the young players. Wangulu, when you ask him that he scored once against Zimbabwe last year, scored twice today, he says, I've always looked forward to play against Zimbabwe, and I'm going to score more goals in the next game. And they take on Swaziland, by the way. That is Malawi. Here comes Angola going forward. Zito. He's possessed easily by the Swaziland. Matsenjwa on the ball. Ball goes out near side of a field. Now to the Angolans. Throw it in quickly by Afonso Binga. Angola going forward. Ball won here by Kendrick Maseko. There's a long ball on the far side of a field. Good run we made it by Swaziland, both countries playing for the first time at this venue this year, because they both played their openers at the Angola Stadium, where they won 1-0 and 3-2 respectively. Ball played back to the goalkeeper from Mimo. Flicked on away. Run we made here by Cisco. Young born in Angola. Plays his football for Primeira de Agosto. One of a dominating team as far as the players are concerned. There's also AFA that is coming up strong with the players that are coming on. And there's a starting 11 for Angola. Here they are now into the penalty area. Zito still going. Zito! And slots the ball past the goalkeeper near post. Made a great run into the penalty area. Got in there, one around the goalkeeper. And Zito makes it 1-0. Nobody picked him up. They all ran with him just behind him. And the goalkeeper was thinking he'll try and go wide, but Zito chose a near post. Let's just tell you, elementary mistake. Goalkeepers know you can never concede a goal on a near post. It's got to go far, because near post you must close down every time. So Angola go 1-0 up against Swaziland. And Zito finding his first goal in the under-17 COSAFA Championship tournament. I mean, in the 3rd minute, this goal. We're going to have another goal festival here at the St. Francois Xavier Stadium. 1-0 Angola leading here against Swaziland. I'm going to try and keep it calm. I'm going to keep it down. Turn the volume down a bit. Here's the ball, played in short this time, collected by the Swaziland. Angola sends a long one towards Zito again. Sitting next to the dignitaries. And some link to the countries that are playing here at the moment. One still celebrating, the Malawian dignity still celebrating even now. I mean, the game was so good, he even lost his jacket after the first game where they won by 5-0. Maybe gave it to the man of the match, because really it was a brilliant game that Malawi had after the disappointment in their opener. So Swaziland leading or trailing by 1-0. Here's an early ball played towards the penalty area, intercepted well by Mimo on the far side of the field for Angola. The young Palanca Negras against the young Islam Sumnikati. Long ball played forward here. Cisco is in there. Cisco goes to the ground. Free kick given by the referee. Cisco fouled in the middle of a park. Negrino will restart play. Playing the ball short Negrino towards Manelson. Manelson playing the ball back towards Domingos. Domingos finding Mimo on the far side of the field for the Angolans. Back again towards Domingos. Domingos plays a long ball forward. Run remains on the blind side. Going towards the penalty area. Afonso Binga. Come from Cabinda in Angola. Also a player for Primeira de Agosto. In fact, Primeira de Agosto in the starting 11 for the Angolans. The ones that are dominating as far as players are concerned. As always. Always have a lot of players. Primeira de Agosto. One of the successful teams in Angola. They have 6 players in the starting 11, Primeira de Agosto. AFA have 3 players of their own in the starting 11. And there's also Grupo Desportivo Interclub with their 2 players in the starting 11 here for the Angolan. Under 17 team. Petro Luanda, in fact, has 1. And the Interclub has 1 as well, respectively. While Manzini Sundowns dominate in a squad of Swaziland. Well, the young Buffaloes close second in the number of players they've contributed in this team here. Single player from Moeni Pirates as well as Matsapa United have contributed 1 player each. Louis 14 also contributing 1 player in this. Royal Leopards also dominating with a number of players that have contributed to the Swaziland squad in this tournament. Free kick given against Swaziland on the left-hand side of the field. Swaziland's best performance in this tournament was when it finished as runners-up against South Africa. South Africa won their 2nd title in the COSAF Under-17 tournament in 2002. It is the best performance for Swaziland in this tournament. No ball played in. Underneath the ball, the Angolan. Manilson in the ball to Cisco, plays the ball wide far side. On the line the ball is played. Can't forget the squad that they had in the 2013 COSAF Under-20. Played in Lesotho. They had the likes of Manucho, Manuel Afonso, key player Ari Papel. That's South Africans about Ari Papel, they'll tell you. Ari Papel cost all sort of havoc when South Africa played against Angola. Brilliant player. Maybe left-footed player, that young man. Long ball forward. Collected near side now. Here comes Swaziland. Getting in each other's way. Cleared away. Long one for Angola. Offside given against Angola. Offside given against Angola. Here comes Swaziland. Ball played back to the captain, Scott Dlamini. Dlamini looks up, playing the ball into the middle of the park, collected again. Here by Swaziland. Matsenjwa, dispossessed, near side of the field. Swaziland, Langelihle Dlamini. Dlamini on the line. Late challenge. Tshisekelo. Matsenjwa is the man who's been called to the side, already sitting on a yellow card coming into this game. If he gets a yellow today, it means he'll not be available for the next game for Swaziland. Coming to this match carrying one yellow card already for Swaziland. If he does get a yellow today, he will not feature in the next game for Swaziland. Second player also coming into this game with a yellow card. It is Kendrick Maseko. Also comes in carrying a yellow. Angola only brought in 17 players for this tournament, by the way. Only 17 players for this tournament for Angola. Long ball played for Angola towards the penalty area. Cleared away by Swaziland. Here they are now. Middle of a park, ball to Sineteni, Matsenjwa. Look for support on the far side. Back to Matsenjwa. Intercepted by Angola. One again here by Swaziland. Played up on the line, well read and cleared away by Gege. Forward goes Angola. Outside the penalty area, laying the ball in. Rami made here, Netinho trying to play the ball early. Out. That ball had gone. So 10 minutes have come and gone in the first half of this match. And it is Angola leading here by 1-0 against Swaziland. It is the bench of Swaziland there. Velekaya Mwakem Tetwa is the man in charge of Swaziland, while Pedro Calves, a man who hails from Portugal, formerly was Sporting Lisbon, is the man in charge of Angola. Foreign players always make their way through Portugal very easily because of being a Portuguese-speaking nation. Sporting Lisbon, also Benfica benefiting from teams that comes from Angola, Porto amongst those as well. Inside of a field, ball played in, and this one easily. Kick has been given again. Need to change. Experience it. Ganef Chituri rather, the man in charge of today's game. Under the watchful eyes of all and sundry. Swaziland. Forward the ball is played. Holds the ball on the inside of the field. Angola featured in one of the AFCON tournament they played in. After 1-0 draw with Nigeria in the opening game. They lost to Tanzania, they lost also to Mali, 2-1 and 6-1 respectively, to exit in the group stages. This is Angola's performance. Angola's got produced stars galore over the years, and they'll be hoping that they do well once again in this year's tournament. Middle of the park, ball collected again. Matenzwa for Swaziland. With the ball early, this one coming off. An Angolan player will go out and throw in near side of the field for Swaziland. Langeli says Lamini was the man on the ball. Play for Matapa United. Scored a goal in the first game as well. Looking for his second of the tournament. Ball straight to the stands this time around. From Angola, throwing will be to Swaziland. Waketwala. There's an early ball. Bandile Shabangu, they know him well. He scored 2 goals in the first game. He's going to get special attention today. Cisco, challenge for the ball. Swaziland winning the ball back and playing the ball short in the middle of the park over the centre half. It's Gutierrez this time around. Accepted well in middle of the park here. Manilson, long ball forward towards Cisco. Making it run, Cisco cleared away by Swaziland. Sianda Kumete gets the ball out. Young man from Hlatikulu in Swaziland plays for Two Sticks Comrades. 15 years of age. So the referee spotted something. Well, he just saw clean up the shirt that he's wearing at the moment. So there's shoulders pulled, so there's a ripped a bit, so they've got to sort it out and just make sure he's properly closed so he can continue playing. In the meantime, Swaziland will play with 10 men. Langelisha Zamin is the player that has been assisted next to the dugout. Gege playing the ball back. Mimo finding Domingos. Domingos going near side of the field. He's got Afonso Binga. Afonso Binga looks up, plays a long ball forward, chested down by Cisco. Moving away from him and cleared by Swaziland. Back again now, chested down here by Netinho. Netinho does well, beating his marker Netinho, but he's eventually dispossessed. Swaziland need to clear their lines, only as far as an Angolan. Another high challenge, start showing challenge coming through from the Swazi player. From a Swati player, Zegelo Matenzwa. He's a tough tackler. He's the key player in the middle of the park. He needs to break play every now and then. That's a problem. When you have a player that plays in his position. Long ball, it's a good ball, this one. Keeper comes out, falls short, a shot coming in! And just wide. Ball dropping short to the player lurking in the penalty area, Cisco. And Cisco putting his ball wide. See there. 3 players challenging for the ball. And it fell kindly for an Angolan. Here comes Angola. Capita. Going wide, far side of the field. Negrinho. Over the center, they've gone on the far side of the field. Here comes Netinho. Towards the penalty area, intercepted by Swaziland. No one played him out. Sachwai over the center now. Bandile is there, calling for the ball. One again by Angola to the near side of the field. Marching on forward, Zito on the ball. Zito looking to take on his mark again, Zito. He had the same run in the first when he scored a goal. And Zito goes to the ground, nothing wrong, says the referee. Zito failed, he might just get something from the referee. And the referee says, no, nothing wrong, get up, let's continue with play. Goal kick will be to Swaziland. 16 minutes played in the COSAFA Under-17 Championship. Cleared ball. Sent long again, Swaziland. So I see Zamin is back on the field of play. Corner kick will be to Swaziland. 1-0 Angola leading, courtesy of a Zito strike. So it's a throw-in, in fact, given to Angola to Swaziland near the near side flag. Waketwala will take for Swaziland. Ball from him, dropping down in the penalty area, cleared away Manilson. Cisco. Intercepted by Swaziland, played wide. towards the far side of the field. In the center circle, Sianda Kumete playing early ball. Long one into the penalty. The goalkeeper comes out of his line. Well read by the keeper this time. The idea was good. The keeper did it well. Came out quickly to close down. "17 minutes of football played. 4 games will be played tomorrow. Simultaneously. Group A and Group B will be decided tomorrow. Group C will be decided on Wednesday. 2018 COSAFA Under-17 Championship. Namibia will take on Botswana at Angele Stadium. Another game will be happening here between Seychelles and Mauritius. Battle of the Islands. Which island will reign supreme? We'll find out tomorrow. We have the Mauritius that played 2 days ago. And the one that played in the opening day of this tournament on Thursday. Ball lined up nicely for Swaziland. Ball into the penalty area, beats everybody by the goalkeeper. Keeper doing well. Here comes Zito now for Angola, playing the ball short. Zito return pass too much on the ball. So it goes away from him. The ball played in. Straight away this time around. Interplay between Zito and Cisco. And Atinho, pretty good. Play to Cisco, quickly collected. Near side. Now, early ball into the penalty area. Chance in! Oh, just wide. Once again, a defense splitting pass played between the two defenders, and one was just pedaling back, going with the player instead of getting the ball. And lucky survived, lucky escape for Swaziland. Unati Tlachwayo could have tackled the player there, but he wanted to guide him wide. At the end of the day, because the ball went wide, he'll say, good play. Here's Swatini trailing here by 1-0 against Angola in the 2018 COSAFA Under-17 Championship. That's the bench of Swaziland. Well, they're goal down. They have a player down, Sianda Kumete. So in the starting 11, Manzini Sundowns have 4 players. With another 2 on the bench. Another 2 on the bench for Manzini Sundowns. Young Buffaloes also has a few players. 2 in the starting 11, Young Buffaloes. So that's what have contributed this year for Swaziland. Now, early ball played in. Run being made here, slightly overcooked. Polani. Zuba gets there, but the ball going on the play. Polani. He's the only player playing for Louis XIV in the starting 11 of Swaziland. Peter's ball. Cisco making a run. Out. And that will be an Angolan play. Coming out there. Bringing down the player, Scott Kamini. Landed on top of him and he went down hard. Face first on the ground there, and also when the captain landed on his ankle as well. So the coach of Angola, not a happy man at the moment. The Miniques will come across and have a look at him, but in the meantime, set piece given to Angola. Set piece Angola, Capita will take. And then from Bengo. Another Primeiro Agosto player. Long one into the penalty area, cleared away by Swaziland, only as far as an Angolan. Follow through. Goal kick, Swaziland. This is day 5 of the COSAFA Under-17 Championship. Match number 12. 34 goals have been scored in total. When include the goal that just been scored now by Angola. Here they are on the far side. Ball played short this time around, collected all the way back to the goalkeeper, restart play at the back for the Angolans. Near side of the field now, it is Angola. Zito playing the ball across towards the far side. Kapita getting there. So he's the Swati player, Sachwayo. Must get the ball away. Given now as a free kick now given to the Swaziland. This venue tomorrow we have activities as the host nation will be in action. One of the games to talk about. Long ball forward. The heavens have decided to forgive us today, so no rain at all, which is quite nice. Looking forward to a brilliant day of football being played now. Here comes Swaziland, ball played wide towards the far side of the field. Sachwayo getting there. He played the ball early, Sachwayo under pressure, getting the ball back, Sachwayo again. In the ball on the far side, still alive for Swaziland. Angola trying to fight the bird, get the ball back with a Gege. Jose Kamingano, captain of Angola, and from Kwanza Sul, plays for Pedro de Luanda. Those in the starting 11. Near side, Domingos. Early ball forward from him, collected near side of the field here by Alfonso. There's colliding there. Free kick has been given by the referee. Once again, Sianda Gumete getting involved, another tackle. Very high. Straight at the thighs of the man. He's trying to get the ball off. Once again, the referee giving a warning. 25 minutes of football played. Gone over the halfway mark of the first half in this match. Still, his team leading by 1-0. Luyanda Mkachwa in goals for Swaziland. Zito for Angola. Zito for Angola will take. Near side of the field. Long ball into the penalty area, shot coming in. And offside was given, but it was nonetheless a brilliant save by the goalkeeper before the offside flag went up. Beautifully played ball, I have to say. Went for the overhead kick and Cisco denied, but the near side official had his flag up already. Indirect free kick, Swaziland. Zamini will take. Zamini will start play for Swaziland. Ball played now towards a strong challenge at the back here from Angola. Middle of a park. Here comes Swaziland. Netinho playing the ball early. It's a good ball, this one. Into the penalty. Needed a good defense. And what a challenge in the penalty. A perfect tackle to deny Angola their second goal of this match. There was acres of spaces ahead of the men who ran into the penalty area. But the tackle had to be precise and spot on, and that's what they delivered. Swaziland and Angola. 1-0, Swaziland leading against Angola. 27 minutes and a bit played already in the first half of this match. Road to Tanzania, 2019. Road to Peru, 2019. For the World Cup and the AFCON respectively. Zito. Cutting inside Zito. Long ball forward, run being made here towards the penalty area. Angola. And the ball came off the Swati player last. So Kapita claims a corner kick. Corner kick it is to Angola. Corner kick it is to Angola. Long ball in again, cleared away by Swaziland. Aside, there's only one player. To the left forward to try and get in there. Kaele Tuzita. One player that came off the bench, only played 3 minutes in the first game. Getting a start here today. An option from an attacking option there. Talking about Swaziland, they have Azakele Kometulu, who can come in. Coutinho. Kapita. Free kick given on the far side of the field. 2016 produced 48 goals in 16 matches. We're going to have slightly more matches in this year's tournament. The number of teams have been increased to a record 12. So the good news was the senior tournament had a record 14 teams playing in the senior tournament this year. It was hosted by Polokwane in South Africa. Corner kick, Swaziland on the far side of the field. So qualification phase starting today, or started on the 19th and ending on the 18th of September. Long ball in, Swaziland, keeper comes out, buries the ball away. Angola now with Swaziland having committed bodies forward and try to get an early ball, but it's still alive for Swaziland on the far side of the field. Early ball in, chance into the penalty area. Cross expected, oh, poor cross. The idea was good, but he needed to get the ball very quickly to 4 players who letting out for the ball in the penalty area for Swaziland. Heavy moment there for Angola defensive-wise. So Wafu A will be hosted by Senegal. Qualifiers for the AFCON. While Tunisia will be the one hosting the team from the northern region. 4 countries only, by the way, in that particular stream, or that zone. And Sekafa will be in Tanzania. UNIFAC will be happening in Guinea, Equatorial Guinea. And Niger will be the host for Wafu B teams in these qualifiers for the AFCON next year. It's going to be an interesting one because Angola at the moment are attacking and the sun is directly in the goalkeeper's eyes. Corner kick it is now once again to the Angolans. Advantage of that. Long ball again. Cleared away. Another corner will be. Tanzania tournament will be played from the 12th to the 26th of May. The winner of each of the different zones will qualify. Only Wafu A will have 2 nations at a tournament with Mali. The defending champions automatically go in there and be joined by one of the countries who will be participating in the qualifiers themselves. Another corner kick now, Angola, long ball, this one slightly longer, straight to the goalkeeper. Straight to the goalkeeper. Peru will be the one hosting the World Cup in October of 2019. It will be from the 5th to the 27th of October for the Under-17 World Cup for 2019. Here comes Cisco, near side of a field, blocked out. Another corner kick will be to Angola. Nigeria have always been the dominating country as far as the AFCON is concerned, and we'll be looking for that again in the World Cup, the AFCON competition that's coming up. And a corner kick it is now to the Angolans. So one after the other. Zito's ball. Referee saying he's seeing a little of pushing in the penalty area. Good communication there between the players. Captain of Swaziland looking there by the referee, Scott Dlamini. Long ball again into the penalty area. Keeper comes out, punches the ball away. Swaziland now finally clear their lines. Long ball played forward into the middle of the park, collected here by Swaziland. It's a better ball this time. Behind the defense of Angola. Brought down nicely, near side of the field by Olani Tuba, playing the ball short center circle again for Swaziland. Played forced wide to the far side. Captain of Swaziland, Dlamini, sends a long ball forward. Two players lining up for the ball into the penalty area. Goalkeeper comes out and does well. A live steal for Swaziland! Over the crossbar. Much better move this time around from Swaziland. Knocking the ball around and getting the ball between the defenders there. Keeper did well, came out early. Narrow the angle and deny Swaziland the equalizing goal. Talking about the World Cup proper, the West Africans have done well in the World Cup over the years in the under-17 or the junior tournaments. Nigeria, 5 times champions, last in 2015. Ghana, 2 times champions. The previous one, 1995 for Ghana. Mali, Ivory Coast, Guinea, and Burkina Faso have all been semi-finalists in the World Cup, past World Cups at this level. It's always very difficult for teams from other regions to qualify and go through. Now this time they've given a lifeline. One will come from each region and will try and battle it out at the Africa Cup of Nations itself. Try and push for a place in a World Cup. Africa, when you talk about some of the way they've played over the years, you realize that they've really improved the junior level where they dominate. It's only in a senior level where against the other continents, the continent seems to lack a bit. Capitos, early ball into the penalty area, cleared away onto the far side of the field. And here comes Gege for Angola. Free kick given against Gege. Swaziland will take this one with Dlamini marching on forward for Swaziland. 1-0 Angola leading. Long ball forward. Maybe leading 1-0, but I say Swaziland have taken the game also to them. Slightly better Swaziland now. Bruce Gale been shown here by the Swati player. And then a free kick has been given against Angola. In a much promising position. Slightly more deeper. Slightly more deeper. So it will be the ball now for Swaziland to try and find a goal here in this game. 1-0 they are trailing at the moment against Angola. Long ball, played in, header, dropping short again. Still alive in the penalty area. Good recovery from Angola and an infringement. Putting a play on the ball and a referee spot on this time around. Yet again. Long ball played, this one over the center. Swaziland against Angola. Field again. Angola sending the ball back. Collected here by Domingos on the near side of the field from Mimo. Playing the ball short again. So Swaziland and Angola. Scoreline remains at the moment 1-0 in favor of Angola against Swaziland in the 2018 COSAF Under-17 Championship. Booking also been given to the Angola player. So Capita, and the first player booked here by the referee. Long ball from Dlamini into the penalty area. Header coming in across. And wide the ball goes on the far side of the field. Great header in there, but just not on target. The Angolans against Swaziland. 1-0, they're leading at the moment, Angola against Swaziland. We are in the first half of this match, so still a long way to go. Still any times. Short pass, here comes Swaziland, intercepted by Angola again. Near side of the field, ball played early, Cisco. One again, quickly, Cisco running for the ball, carried away by Dlamini. Over the center half, carried away this time by Mimo. And a miscued clearance. Swaziland could be given a lifeline here, carried away by the Angolans. It's more like basketball now. And the players are watching the World Cup recently. Russia never keep the ball on the ground. Seeing the corner kick again. Corner kick given to Angola. So the current world champions on the 17 level are the English. Who won the 2017 edition. Long ball again. Keeper comes out. Pumps the ball. Back into play. Collected here. Chance for Angola. Over the crossbar, the ball goes. Goalkeeper cannot handle anything. He's pumping the ball away every time it comes towards him. Yesterday, we had 6 goals scored in Group B. Now Cisco kept alive as Cisco into the penalty. Cisco goes, Cisco! And puts the ball wide. Cisco did everything right, bar putting a ball into the back of the net. And he felt a bit of a sting also came through there when he went down, Cisco. That's what players do. When they miss an opportunity, he'll look to the bench and he'll go down and then hope something comes out of it. And a chance again. Yeah, you always, when you miss the ball, you say maybe it's an offside. You can say, I knew already. Hence, I didn't even want to waste a shot. recovery, Kapita. On the far side of the field now. 3 minutes remaining before the two coaches will have a chance to talk to their players and tell them exactly where they are going wrong and what they are doing right as well. In this game, Angola will be happy with the way that things have gone so far. You know, there should have been at least been 2 or 3 goals up already. And the Raiders have been attacking against Swaziland. Here comes the goal scorer, Zito, on the near side of the field. Sends a long ball towards the penalty area. The ball just coming off the head of a Swati player in Una Hlatshwayo. Hlatshwayo standing his ground. And the ball going out on the far side of the field, flowing in quickly by Swaziland. Played short now towards Langelisha Dlamini. Cleared away again by Angola. Scott sends the ball back on the far side of the field. Unati Hlatshwayo. Headed out of play by Manilson. Gege. Cisco. He sold the referee a dummy and the referee bought it. Skills. If there were certain awards that would be given for footballers, some will be best actors. Some of the performers that deliver on the field of play. Just watching a video footage of some of the players, he get pushed on the knee, but he also only grabs his head when he goes down. Here comes Swaziland. Now, do they have? Can they score the equalizer before going to the break? Clearance from Angola. Out goes the ball near side of the field. Played on the line nicely. And the medics coming out to have a look at the Angolan player who's injured next to the dugout. Bit of water and the magic spray. Good to go. So Domingos, the man from Bango, played football for Interclub, one of the players from Interclub in the starting 11 for Angola. Will go out. Interclub, in fact, has 2 more players sitting on the bench. Now, here's a ball played early near side of the field. Manilson for the Angolans, looking for support in the penalty area. Close down quickly. Swaziland. Zito. Far side of the field. It is Afonso. Afonso finds Domingos. It is a long one played by Negrino. Near side of the field. Ball falling short towards Manilson. Then they're dispossessed. It is Afonso. Afonso dispossessed. Not a chance in a penalty. The goal kick will be. Now we have come to the end of the first 45 minutes. We'll be watching the referee to see how many minutes will be adding on. There's not been much stoppages in this first half. Angola still leading by 1-0 against Swaziland. Dlamini's long ball. Innocently collected by the goalkeeper, Giovanni. Four matches tomorrow to decide Group A and Group B. 2 matches on Wednesday to decide this group. So still plenty of football to be played. There'll be rest day in between as well. When we get to the semi-finals, another rest day in between. On the line, the ball is played. Afonso now going forward for Angola, laying the ball into the penalty area. Chance the ball falling short again, still alive for Angola. Great recovery from Swaziland. Possession overturned. Very quickly, before I can say much, the referee from Mauritius says enough is enough in the first half. Let the coaches go and give the players new instructions to return with that in the second half. Angola leading by 1-0. A goal that was created and scored 42 minutes ago by Zito. Ran the whole field himself before putting the ball past the keeper. Plenty of chances came through once again. Yellow cards given. 1-0. Angola lead at half time. Good afternoon and welcome back to the San Francois Xavier Stadium. Second half between Swaziland and Angola about to kick off. 1-0 Angola led at half time. The question is, can they sustain, can they hold on, or were they going to be able to add more goals in the second half of this match? We'll find out in a bit. So it is all about trying to qualify for the World Cup hosted by Peru. Now this is how it's going to work after this tournament. So you play here. So meaning WAFU in particular actually get 3 slots, because WAFU A will have 2 slots, WAFU B will have 1 slot, and then UNIFEC will actually have 1 slot, and then UNAF will have 1 slot. There'll also be SECAFA having 1 slot amongst, and COSAFA will also have 1 slot in the Under-17 African Cup of Nations to be hosted by Tanzania next year. Then when you get to the tournament proper, there'll be 8 nations in total at the tournament, including the host nation plus the defending champions of the African Cup of Nations for Under-17s. When you get to that level, the 2 teams that will actually top their groups will qualify for the semi-finals and qualify for the World Cup proper. So you know now, if you are here, all you have to do is win the tournament, and then you'll only probably be 2 victories and a draw away from making the World Cup in 2019. That's what it's all about. The countries from the West have really been the dominating figure as far as the World Cup Under-17 is concerned. But only 2 nations from the COSAFA region have ever qualified for a FIFA World Cup Under-17 level. Chancing for Cisco very early. Cisco pushed the ball wide. 2 nations have played at a FIFA World Cup Under-17. Malawi in 2009, South Africa in 2015. Has been the West dominating and the North respectively. Another early ball in. Oh, didn't save by the goalkeeper. Didn't know much about it, but I tell you, when he saw the ball in reaction, absolutely brilliant. To deny Angola their second goal. Manuelsen thought he already scored. He was about to celebrate. But no, the keeper, Kach, was saying, no, on my watch. And Zito ball goes out. So the massive cloud cover on the stadium. There won't be issues about sunlight in my eyes and so forth in the second half of this game. Kachwa had it tough in the first half. Long ball forward. Gege is in there. Cleared away. Collected again here by Angola. We're picking up where they left off in the first half against Swaziland. Matenjwa, early ball. Far side of the field, and that just goes out of play. Will come in to throw in to Angola. The right hand side of the defense. Kid again by Swaziland now collected outside the penalty area. Long ball played in. Gege gets there first. Moves the ball forward. Cisco brings the ball down well. Kapita cutting inside. There's a player wide on the far side, does pick him up. And then is Zito. Zito brings the ball down. Around his marker, but well cleared away again by Swaziland. Cleared away yet again by Swaziland. Swaziland and Angola missed the last 2 editions of the tournament, as they do make their return here this year. Best performing Swaziland finalist in 2002. Ball coming in, almost sneaking in near post again. Back again to another corner kick now for Angola. This is their 9th of this game, by the way. Lining up the ball again, Angola. Opening in, header over the crossbar. Another corner kick will be 10th of the game. Tell you, Angola piling pressure. They want to get their security goal, their insurance goal. Because leading 1-0 is not a good thing at all. Opposition finds it one chance, they find the back of the net, and on the back foot. Not a long ball in, near post. Cleared away by Swaziland finally. And half cleared, collected again, near side of Manelson. Playing the ball towards Kapita. Going to the ground, free kick given against Swaziland.
Substitution Swaziland, out player number 40. Away to Zita. In player number 7,
So the first change happening for Swaziland. The man has started in the first game, does make his way into the field of play. Tata Makwakwa comes on to the field of play for Swaziland. Second appearance at this year's tournament. A sacrifice there. He's the man who replaced him today, Kaile Tuzita. It's done much, I've got to say, today, Kaile Tuzita. Swaziland make their first change. Kovelekaya. Tetwa making his statement clearly to say, I want to find the equalizer. I want to try and win this game if I can. Going to the ground for Swaziland. It is the brace hero from the first game, Bandile Shabangu. Bandile Shabangu going to the ground for Swaziland. Free kick given to Swaziland. Tsegelo Matenjwa playing the ball long into the penalty area, cleared away by Angola. Anywhere will do at the moment. It's still early times, 50 minutes played now, 40 minutes remaining. We come to the end of this game. The 6th edition of the COSAFA Under-17 Championship. The 3rd in a row hosted by Mauritius. First 2 were won by Namibia and Zambia respectively. Zamani coming across to deny Cisco a chance. Trying to improvise there. Nothing coming out of it from the Angolan player. Kapita. Yeah, they are on the far side of the field, Swaziland. Any ball played in goes out of play, throw-in will be now to Swaziland. And Swatini. Matenjwa playing the ball wide, far side for Swaziland. Back again towards Matenjwa, won and stolen quickly by Manelson. Manelson going forward, Manelson, beat one player, playing the ball to Cisco. Leave the ball behind, Cisco recovers well to get the ball. They need wide now to the far side of the field. Landing in there is Zito. Zito goes, Zito beats, and Zito goes to the ground. He literally ran towards his own half. All they had to do was try and guide him and get the ball off him. But the player committed and fouling Zito. Free kick given to Angola. Kendrick Maseko. One of those players came in this game with a yellow card. If he gets one today, he will not be available for the next game. Been one issued also today by the referee. Lining up the ball nicely. Great conversion in a rugby game. The ball to be up from Zito. Day 5 of this year's tournament. That's a late challenge on the Swaziland player. The first player on the field of play. Kwakwa going to the ground. Free kick given against Angola. Inside the start circle in the Angolan half of the field. Swaziland to restart play. Players gone forward. Only 2 remain in their own half. Shabangu's pass, not the best of passes. To restart play at their own half again. Swaziland. Here comes Zito. For Angola, 5 against 4. Held the bird Zito. Controlled well here. Manelson into the penalty area. Shot coming in, keeper makes a save. Comes off the arm. And even at the scoring, he wouldn't have counted at all. Kapita did well. But the goalkeeper made himself big this time around to deny. Angola their second goal of this game. Great goalkeeping. Great goalkeeping from Luyanda Mkachwa. So the scoreline at the moment looks respectable because of one simple fact, that the goalkeeper has come back and really delivered some telling saves in this game. Gege blocked. Out goes the ball. Olani. Fuba. It will be the Angolan ball. The keeper has gone down in the penalty area. Well, 36 minutes remaining before we come to the end of this match. Angola and Swaziland 1-0. Angola and Swaziland 1-0. Angola leading at the moment. And the nice thing about sitting where I'm sitting is that I've got so many assistants. Every time I turn around, something goes wrong. There's somebody who's coming to willing to help. Time is of the essence for these two countries. 54 minutes, and we are now going toward the 55th minute. So to mean shortly there will only be 30 minutes left in this game. Before you even think about it, it'll be 10 minutes left. Don't watch, I tell you. They call 10 here. This minute. When 10 minutes arrive, we'll know that. So 10 minutes have come and gone in the second half. Angola leading by 1-0. Ball, keeper comes off his line. Almost been caught out by the wind. Almost been caught out by the wind. The ball coming off the crossbar and cleared out again by Swaziland. That's the 12th corner kick for Angola on the far side of the field. 1-0 they're leading. Zito. Second bite of this cherry, playing the ball slightly short. Can't kill it that way because the wind is going to push it away. But they try and kill it inside so the wind can push it towards the goal line itself. Great mistake from Angola. They recover. Swaziland playing the ball early. Cleared away. Advantage lost. Free kick given by the referee. But now play to continue. They've given advantage whenever there's been one. And will play back whenever necessary or so. It's just been quite good. Long ball into the penalty area. Throw in Swaziland. Ball collected by Swaziland. Unati Shatwai playing the ball short to the far side. Matsenzwa, early ball into the penalty area. Will be expected there. Cleared away by Angola. Now they have a chance to go in a counter. Angola. Here they are now. Zito taking on the player. And Zito is brought down. He dances literally whenever you're up against Zito. Player being called to the side. Another Swaziland player sees yellow. Nati Hlatshwayo becomes the player that goes into the referee's books. 58th minute, a yellow card given against Swaziland. Now the referee. Set piece Angola. Zito, step forward, long ball into the penalty area, headed out by the captain of Swaziland. Dlamini saves the day yet again. 13th corner. The number just keeps climbing and climbing. There's only one goal scored so far. Another Zito ball. Another chance for Angola. Another clearance from Swaziland. Manelson playing the ball, offside, given against Angola. Mimo had just gone offside. Mimo had just gone offside. A minute and a half before we get to the hour mark of this encounter. Swaziland trailing by 1-0. Here they come now. Makwakwa going wide on the far side of the field. Ball collected by Langeli, said Dlamini. Dlamini pinning the ball towards Makwakwa easily. Controlled and closed down this time around. And now it goes the ball on the far side. Will be goal kick to Angola. Goal kick to Angola. Goal kick to Angola. Here comes Swaziland going forward, the ball played towards the penalty area now. It's looking good for Swaziland. Outside the penalty area, being caught? No, says the referee. Get up. Another long ball, Dlamini, middle of the park, the ball collected this time around. Matendwa, he's a wonderful player to watch. He really does the basics very well, this young man. Near side of the field again, going forward. Here they come again, Kapita, Eli ball, Manelson outside the penalty area. Paying the ball, return pass to Manelson. Outside the penalty area, cross coming in, and this one was always going to follow the wind. Gone with the wind. We are officially on the hour mark. 30 minutes remaining and counting. We are now being joined by the Malawi winning team. The team now finally coming to join us. Just don't regret them because they realize now they've won. So those are the benefits of winning. Now they're VVVIP today. Once you win, you join the elite group. When you lose, the seats are reserved for you when you win. When you lose, you would have seen security. You're not allowed this side. You only stop there. Go back and sit where you're supposed to be sitting. Finally, they do join the covers and they'll avoid the rain as well. 29 minutes remaining. We're in the second half of this encounter. It is Angola leading by 1-0 against Swaziland. So mean as well, because Swaziland won their first game against Zimbabwe. They still have to play Malawi in their last game, Swaziland. While Angola will take on Zimbabwe. Angola will know that a draw in the last game would guarantee them top spot in this group. The fact that they've already won against the two countries who are at the moment will be challenging also for the position in next round. Means the victory for Angola will most definitely see them smiling as they head into the last game. So Angola will play Zimbabwe last. Which would mean either Swaziland or Malawi will be on 6 points, provided they don't actually win this game. If Angola wins this game and Swaziland goes into the last game and wins the last game, and I tell you, it will all be looking interesting, because when you look at the head-to-head, Angola will definitely go through with the head-to-head, the way they're looking at the moment. They defeated now Malawi first, and now leading against Swaziland at the moment. Swaziland do need a draw here in this game. Their hopes alive and going through to the next one ahead of the last game of this group. So the corner continues to climb. Another one coming through. Corner number 14. "14 corners, only one goal. Header into the back of the net." The commentators cast, just talking about the number of corners they are having, not scoring goals. And here they find the back of the net. And the man has scored a goal, Domingos. That player was way inside the line. Should have been on the line, maybe to have cleared the ball, but he was behind the goal line itself. So Angola doubled their lead. Angola doubled their lead here, as they lead now by 2-0 against Swaziland. They lead here by 2-0 against Swaziland. A change been made also here for Swaziland. So the number 11 has gone out. Blangeli Shejamini makes way. And in comes Maibongwe. Mabuza is the player that comes onto the field of play for the second change of this game for Swaziland. Maibongwe Jamini played only 5 minutes in the previous game. He's going to play slightly more this time around. So bring in the young man. Angola leading by 2-0 against Swaziland. Second goal being scored in the 63rd minute of this game. Mimo finding the back of the net. All to do, Swaziland. So this is how we're going to be able to separate the points, or separate the teams if we get to the end of the group stages and you have teams that are tied on points. If two teams are equal on points on basis of above, it is a criteria being the points that connected, and talking also about the draws and so forth. We'll have come to this rule. Let's see this first. We'll talk about what the criteria will be utilized in the next stage of this tournament. Here they come now. Long ball played in. Clear still alive for Swaziland in a penalty area. Looking for a shot in there. Swaziland still going. Shot coming in. Blocked. Alive again. And finally, Kenya launches Angola. So the system in this group stage is played in a round-robin system. Each team playing one match against each other in the same group. And following points criteria, 3 points for the win, a draw will get you a point, and 0 point for a loser. At the end of the first round, the winner of each group and the best placed loser from the 3 groups shall qualify for the semi-finals. So if 2 teams are equal on points based on the points they've collected, 6 points or 4 points and so forth, we'll rank them according to this. That's how the tournament organizers rank them, not we. I'm not included in that. Greater number of points obtained in matches between the teams concerned. And that will be the head-to-head. And I tell you, when that comes into play, Angola will therefore qualify automatically into the next stage of this tournament. And the other 2 teams will be fighting for the second placed, best runner-up position. So there's still a stake after this if Angola does win this game. Goal difference in group matches, greater number of goals and all of that will not even be a case to talk about once Angola wins this game, because then they will be sure of a place in the semi-finals. It only matter of who might join them from this group, or it might be somebody else from another group. It all depends on other matches that are still coming up. So Malawi, having done their business today, might find themselves having to wait for somebody else somewhere, even if they do win their game when they play their last game against Swaziland. The same goes for Swaziland, as the 2 teams are sitting on 3 points each at the moment. Then other groups that you're talking about, Group A, only 1 team on 6 points. Botswana need a point for them to finish on top of that group and forget what happens elsewhere. So the second place, I think, is going to be the most interesting one. That's the one that's going to have me taking off my shoes and using my toes to count as well, the way the second place is going to go at the moment in this tournament. So a change of balls here at the stadium. Second half, 23 minutes for Swaziland to find 2 goals. And open and blast this group wide open. In the meantime, Angola once again are taking on the far side. Feels for a handball. And there is a handball right at the edge of penalty area.
Substitution Angola.
Angola will make a change also.
Player number 7 was Bado Kapela. In player number 11, Abdul Kala.
Okay, we'll leave the change for now because I think the board is actually getting mixed up. They have the player that's supposed to come in as the player that's going off. So the player that's supposed to be going off is jersey number 7. The player coming is jersey number 11. So that's the players that are coming in. The board had the other way around. Set piece for Angola on the far side of the field. Can they find goal number 3 in this match? Laying it up nicely. Long one from Angola. Ho, 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 ho. Zito! What a goal!
Goal for Angola.
That is one of the best I've seen in this tournament. There was one scored like that by Makamatuka, but this is exceptional. Absolutely brilliant from Zito. His second goal of his tournament, Zito. You watch it, every time you watch it, it looks better and better. He said sub-Zito as well, Zito. That's another brilliant goal being scored here, 3-0. Now Angola have gone up. Now you see why they were absent for 2 years. They were preparing for this one. But the news only came last year from Kev that they'll be having a new system of qualifiers. So Angola 3-0 up now. And Angola looking to be the first nation to qualify for the next stage of this tournament. As the only 2 countries that can join them or be able to match them on number of points would be Malawi and Swaziland. Those are the only ones that can actually match them on points. But then because of the head-to-head, they will therefore be able to win the head-to-head over the 2 countries because they won against Malawi 1-0. They're leading against Swaziland here 3-0. I mean, they've actually gone. Now it would mean then Swaziland and Malawi will have to fight it out for the 2nd place. And that 2nd place might be a very big one because depending on results elsewhere, they might find themselves literally qualifying as a 2nd place. One of those winners of that match could qualify as a runners-up, the best runner-up. Given the fact that 6 points has been a scarce commodity so far in this tournament. Only Botswana has those. And Angola will be the 2nd team to have 6 points. Mauritius have 3 points. Namibia have 3 points. No points for Seychelles in Group A. Group B, South Africa on 4 points, as well as Zambia. And South Africa, Zambia will play each other in the last game. So meaning, in that particular group, the chances of those teams going above or having more points than either Swaziland and Malawi, if one of them wins the last game, will be highly impossible. Player down at the moment for Angola. And finally the medics will come on and have a look at him. So Zito's brace, the one that sees Swaziland trailing by 3 goals to 0. What a strike. Oh, what a strike that was. So we're gonna have a final before the final this coming Wednesday when Swaziland takes on Malawi. That is a final before a final. Because there'll be fireworks. But you see, the sad part about it also is that by the time the game plays, you know exactly what happened in the other 2 groups. So, now let's have a look at that goal again. You need to sit down for this because this is a special goal. Zito, outside the penalty area. Zito goes in for it. Over the wall, over the keeper, near post. Thank you very much. I'm not referring to anybody, I'm just saying it's a beautiful goal that. Keeper beaten by a very good strike. Had no chance. Absolutely no chance. So 18 minutes is what remains. I'll have to sit down. We'll be talking about it for a while and doing the maths and adding up things and minusing things on top of that and looking what happens here, what could be the story. This is the story at the moment. Number one in Group A, 6 points is Botswana. Second is Mauritius, followed by Namibia. Bottom rooted is Seychelles. Seychelles, it's all over for them, okay? Now, what will be interesting is, for an example, say Namibia plays their last game against Botswana. Seychelles takes on Mauritius. Namibia and Namibia wins their game. The same goes for Mauritius. Mauritius will be able, when they look at a head-to-head, then we start comparing head-to-head between Botswana, Namibia, as well as Mauritius. That should be an interesting tie to look at. Group B, 2 countries on 4 points each. South Africa and Zambia. The winner there definitely qualifies. And one of them will qualify definitely in the group because they're playing each other in the last game. So a change again. The Cisco goes off. And David is the man that comes onto the field of play for Angola. We're leading here by 3-0 against Swaziland. Leading here by 3-0 against Swaziland. Then Group B will definitely, the winner will be produced when South Africa take on Zambia. One of them will pack, and one of them will march on through to the next stage of this tournament. So the only group that's going to produce a best runners-up is going to come from Group A or Group C. That's where it's going to come from. All the others literally be bridesmaid and grooms and the best men. Nothing else will come from that. We are in the second half of this match. 15 minutes what remains at the moment. Never's time, I've got to say. Never's time, I've got to say. It's what the tournament should be like. Fireworks all the way, from the beginning to the end. Everybody's already saying Seychelles will give away points against Mauritius. When Seychelles play against Mauritius, I'll be here bringing the action live. And I'll have a lot of people around me. Yeah, there's a guy who's bringing me peanuts here, I think. Better be checking what happens on the day because the peanuts will not be forthcoming if the result don't go his way. So 14 minutes remains before we come to the end of this encounter. So Seychelles will take on Mauritius tomorrow in one of the games. Botswana will be in action against Namibia. And later on, South Africa will take on Zambia, while Lesotho will take on Mozambique. When you're growing up in the streets, in the dusty streets, what used to happen when you're playing a game, once I'm the owner of the ball and the team is losing, I take the ball and go home. But now the difference is they can't chase us away if Mauritius doesn't do well. You know, it's a competition. So we'll all stay until the end. But I mean, we'll see what happens. Still a lot of football to be played. For the actually one of our colleagues will also be supporting one of the countries. Let's see, long ball played in to the middle of the park, collected again by Angola, looking for support going forward. Gege playing the ball back now towards his own half, straight to the goalkeeper, come back with it. Long ball, send this one, goes out of play near side of the field. Near side of the field, the ball goes out. Matenzwa, middle of a park. All collected again here by Swaziland. 75 minutes has gone. 78 minutes are sitting on now. Forward Angola goes. Wide on the far side of the field. Forward Angola goes. Forward Angola goes. Free kick given. There's only been 2 players who have scored more than 2 goals in one game in this tournament. And both those players come from Namibia. Juenza scored double brace in the first game. Long ball, this time Zito playing the ball to his countrymen. Chance in the penalty area, still alive for Angola. Wide towards the far side. Turning around to Swaziland in the moment, Angola. Free kick given against Angola. Swaziland to restart play at the back. 11 minutes remaining and counting. Swaziland now play early ball. It's a good ball into the penalty. The keeper has come out already, and the keeper gets there first. Giovanni comes out and gets the ball. So let's see now the ball going forward. Zito, still Zito going. Not a marauding run being made by Zito. Playing the ball to his countrymen. Should have played the ball wide to the far side. With the player lurking and asking for the ball, but he decided to go and cut inside. And this one easily collected. So the goalkeeper has gone down. Turf slightly hard when you slide on it. And the goalkeeper, he needs a bit of help here. So 10 minutes remaining before you come to the end of this match. Angola leading here comfortably by 3-0. So Group C looks to be joining Group A for goals scored. So this is how the goalkeeper got injured. Starting in there and getting the ball. Now the medics coming out. Sorting him out now. So further 7 goals scored today. 8 goals now have been scored today. So total of goals scored in this tournament, 36 goals have been scored. We had 28 before today. So the number has increased. It was 28 before today. 2 more games, 8 more goals. Not a bad. Not bad for a day's work. Swaziland will take the set piece. Play short now towards Matenzwa. Goes in wide to the far side of the field. Ball brought back again, playing on the line this time around. Very quiet today, I've got to say, Bandile Shabangu. Chancing now, the ball. Bouncing and eludes everybody. Collected again by Mabuza. Still. Swaziland going forward, Mabuza. Gege comes away with it. They're down in the meantime, Netinho. When they scored the first goal in the first game. The only goal, by the way, of that particular game. He's injured now. So a brace today for Zito.
Substitution Swaziland. Out player number 8, Maseko. In player number 6, Sisegelo Dlamini.
So Sisegelo Dlamini is a player that comes on to the field of play. That is the 3rd and final change for Swaziland. So the change will happen as well for Angola. The injured player will not return into the game. Mr. Bichuta can be replaced. Looks like the man is going on the 50. This is number 10. He's going off. Zito. He has done his job, Zito. He's done his job, Zito. So Zola comes in for Zito. Race hero Zito makes way for Zola. As Angola have now made their 3 changes of this game as well. Brought in players that have played so far. First appearance for Zola in this tournament for Angola. One of the players, one was a start in the previous game, the other one was a sub in the previous game. So the 2 countries have made their 3 changes. And goals that matters, 3 have been scored by Angola. Forward they go again, Angola. Ball collected by Swaziland, far side. Here comes Bandile Shabangu going to the ground, free kick given by the referee. Calling the Angolan player to the side. To apologize, there is Negrinho, quick to apologize to the referee. 6 minutes remaining. Long ball, penalty area, cleared away by Angola. Bandile still going. Shot coming, wide the ball goes. Bandile Shabangu. Wide the ball goes. Was a Tata Makwakwa. Tried Padlo one here. Tata Makwakwa tried a shot from range, this one just wide. So it will be 4 goals scored, none conceded for Angola at the end of this game. 4 goals scored, none conceded by Angola at the end of this game, if they hold on. The lead at the moment. Sachwaya. Matsenjwa. Goes in wide. Long forward. Cleared away. Collected again by Angola, only as far as a Swaziland player. Near side of the field, again. Played early. Matsenjwa has played very well. PT, he's in the losing side. He's controlled things well in the middle of the park. But Angola has done well, they've bypassed the midfield most of the time. And the support play also from Swaziland, one has to ask questions about that. Because every time they break going forward, there's just not enough bodies to support the men on the ball when they do go forward. Long ball played in, keeper comes out and collects. They will need to look at their Swaziland ahead of the game against Malawi. The fact that whenever they do break, there's just a huge void in the middle, whereby the other players are not joining play immediately. And he sort that out because Swaziland, in fact Malawi has proven that they can exploit those spaces. And the players they have, the likes of Mbeta, who's really well, good on the ball, running very well, getting to spaces. Mongulu also proved to be a very good player. And Bokera in the middle of the park, brilliant player to watch. So there have been a lot of those to talk about from a Malawi point of view. Blessings in Bokera, what a player. And one player was very unlucky to have not found the back of the net. Gives Josam, did everything right, Bafan in the back of the net. Hopefully he will in the next game. Monel Mitole, always dragging and putting a few players wide to cut the ball back inside. And then the back there, a solid 4. Patrick Imponda, left back, well done for him today. In fact, he was playing on the right back position. Well done to him, made a brilliant game today. Magala on the left-hand side, made those late runs into the penalty area. Kirsten Simbi was in Simbi today at the back. And then the captain himself, Francis Dosso, led by example throughout the game. Long ball, Swaziland, header. Comfortable range for the goalkeeper. Good dead offers for Malawi. Good dead offers for Angola. Long ball forward. Into the penalty area, the ball goes. Just nothing coming out of it. Now corner kick will be again for Angola. The player couldn't stop. The momentum carrying him straight to the fence. just behind the goals rather. Captain of Swaziland, Scott Lameni. So the medics will have a look at him. We are now left with 2 minutes before we come to the end of this match. Long ball in, cleared away. Goes out on the far side, the medics having a look at him. The 16th corner of this game. One produced a goal at least. Played short again. Angola knocking the ball around. Take a bit. Into the penalty area, the ball played in early. Great recovery from Swaziland. Long one forward, nobody there. Swaziland made life easy for Angola today. Whenever they play the ball forward, they play it as the ball is isolated. He needs to hold the play to get support from deep, which becomes impossible. So by the time he holds up play, there are 3-4 players around him who get the ball off and start attacking again for Angola. A minute remaining before we come to the end of this encounter. Swaziland trailing by 3 goals to nil. Once again, Matendra is in there. Laying the ball short. Nice one to Matendra on the ball. Close down quickly. I was just talking about it. When they do go forward, there's just not enough bodies to try and get the ball to. Hence, they get dispossessed so easy. Day 5 has produced 8 goals. Saint Francois Xavier has once again delivered the goals as always. Tomorrow there'll be more action. Seychelles will take on Mauritius. Something that man of the match for Mauritius said after that game. He said, we know how Seychelles play. They're a very good defensive team. We'll try and break them early and try and find the back of the net. A revelation for this tournament for me, as far as Mauritius is concerned, has to be that young man Kwateng, as well as Aristide. Brilliant to watch. So there's 4 minutes of time added on. It is now on the far side of the field. Zito and company leading here by 3 goals to nil. Brace for Zito, 1 for Mimo. Corner kick number 17 of this game. Going again, header coming in, up the upright, into the back of the net. And goal number 4 for Angola. And Gege joins the party. Gege celebrates. Jose Cabingano, Bernardes Gege, finds his goal as well in this tournament. With the help of the upright to get the ball into the back of the net. And Angola go 4-0 up against Swaziland. So out of the 17 corners, 2 have produced goals. They've scored 3 goals from set pieces in this game, Angola. And 1 in open play. There's been plenty of goals scored in set pieces in this tournament overall. In fact, when we finish the group stages, I will be able to tell you about the number of set pieces that actually produced goals in this tournament. Let's wrap it all up first in the group stages. 4 minutes time added on. There's 4 minutes way too long for Swaziland. So earlier on today, there were 5 put against Zimbabwe. 4 more put now against Swaziland. So 9 goals today. Yeah. The ref referee is still having a look at Matenjo, who's gone down the middle of a park. And Angola try going forwards, and the referee stop play a bit for him to have a look at a player who's injured. And Matenjo doesn't seem to be ready to continue with this game. See enough, the young man. It's really been a tough day at the office overall. Business-like performance from Pedro Goncalves, the man in charge of Angola. Angola leading here by 4-0 against Swaziland. The 2018 COSAFA Under-17 Championship. So this is how the goal happened again for the Angolans. Corner kick on the far side of the field, header coming from Gege, off the upright and into the back of the net. And the celebration, acrobatic, landing comfortably as well. We are now at the mercy of the officials as the 90 has come and gone. The 4 added on has come and gone. Minimum time, by the way, the 4 minutes added on is minimum time from the referee. Simply another minute or two, depending on what he thinks and how he believes as far as the time is concerned of this game. Angola, early ball, get away again here by Dlamini. Move forward, sent back towards him. Park this time around, played wide on the far side of the field for the Angolans. Free kick given against Swaziland. Free kick given against Swaziland. And Scott Dlamini and his teammates are watching on at the moment as the Angolan player holding on to his ankles finally gets up. Pedro Goncalves, 42-year-old Portuguese, has planned this to the T for this tournament. So that's how we come to the end of this match, and Angola become the first nation to book themselves a place in the next round of this tournament. Because no matter what happens between Swaziland and Malawi, they will not be taken off as far as that is concerned. So they win this comfortably by 4-0. It was started by Zito. Tomorrow we have the first one is there's Namibia playing against Botswana and all of them. So that's how we come to the end of today's game there. Angola defeating Swaziland by 4-0. So man of the match for this one here, he scored a brace today. Zito, congratulations for today. And we begin giving the award here. He's the chairperson of competitions for COSAFA, Timothy Shongwe. So congratulations to the young man, doing very well here, winning. And a man of the match and his performance as well. He was also the man that went away with the award in the first game. So let's just say, first of all, congratulations for your performance here today. And looking forward to the next game.
Está a dizer muito obrigado pelo o teu jogo e o que é que tens a dizer?
Tenho a dizer que está de parabéns à equipa por ter lutado.
Thank you for everybody for the team. Thank you for all the coaches.
Por ter lutado do princípio do jogo.
Fight all games.
Até o fim, conseguimos ganhar. É graças ao time.
Until the end of the match.
E queremos continuar assim até o fim do campeonato. Sempre a lutar.
Continue until the end for the tournament.
Well, good luck and for the next match, and congratulations once again for today.
Sim, obrigado.
Thank you so much.
All right, there we have it now. The man of the match for today scored a brace today. He did very well. Exceptionally well here. So let's get first the losing coach for today. The man from Swaziland. It was a very close one, I've got to say today. I mean, always going to be very tight. Angola winning by 4-0. Let's talk about your impression of the game overall today.
It was a tough match. I think we allowed them to dominate us physically because they were slightly bigger than us, and we lacked communication when it mattered most because most of the goals were scored because we didn't communicate well at the back.
You made the changes when you started off and looked like to be the one to change the game. Tell us about the changes, and did you get the desired result you wanted when you brought the players on?
Yeah, we tried to change the game with a winger and a striker so that we can try and take them on because physically they were bigger than us, so we were trying to draw fouls. We created some couple of chances, but then we were not adding numbers forward and we couldn't utilize those chances.
You might have lost today, but you still have Malawi coming up in the last game. It will be a final before the final.
Yeah, it's a big one now because everybody except Angola is on 6 points now, so it will be a big battle.
Good luck for the last game. Bad luck for today.
Thanks, man.
All right, now, so that is the man from Swaziland, the team losing by 4-0. The coach that won it. 2 matches in a row, no goals conceded, 5 goals scored, and therefore becoming the first nation to qualify for the semi-finals. Just tell us about the plan for today's game, how you planned it, and how you came out and really tore Swaziland apart.
Well, we know what we want, and we prepare. We have our preparations, and we also saw the match between Swaziland and Zimbabwe. We knew the potential of Swaziland. Well, we tried to put our qualities in the match. That's and then we begin very well the match, very competitive. We scored 1 goal and missed a lot of opportunities. The match will open till middle of the second part, then we finished the match.
You've already qualified for the next stage of this tournament. You're playing Zimbabwe in your last game. Are you going to rest a few players, or are you just going to go all out and try and win that game convincingly again ahead of the semis?
Well, for sure we will try to beat Zimbabwe, to put our image in the field, try to improve. Also, our team came with 17 players. We need to take a rest, a few of them. So for sure we prepare the game and try to I always say put all the players playing. That's we are a team, youth team. So that's the idea.
Congratulations for today. Obrigado, coach.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's how we have it now. The head coach of Angola, the winning coach today. They win here by 4-0. Malawi winning the other game as well by 5-0 against Zimbabwe. When Malawi takes on the last game against Swaziland to be a final, before the final, looking forward to that one there. But then tomorrow, do join us again for more action. Early in the morning, it will be Seychelles will be up against Mauritius. Mauritius need a win in that game there. Well, the other game will be played at the Angele Stadium. That's going to be a game between Namibia, who will be up against Botswana, already have 6 points. And then later on in the day, the battle for 3 points will continue. As South Africa take on Zambia, the winner of that game will definitely qualify for the next stage. From all of us here, Mozambique will be at a game. It will be a dead rubber more or less because the winner from that group will come from the game between South Africa and Zambia. From all of us, till we meet again, have yourself a splendid evening.